Hello, bridge players. Once again, we are presenting Mark Smith with some tips for the bidding contest of BBO. Let's hear it from Mark. Hello, Mark. How are you doing?
Yes, very good. How are you this week?
I'm fine, thanks. How many entrants did last month gather?
Last month, 2,025. Now, I will say that there, in the original file that they sent me, there were 2,085, but about 60 got ruled out because people had entered more than once. So if you enter more than once, all it does is count your worst score.
So let's start with this hand where we have an 8-card club suit headed by Ace King, the Singleton Diamond King, and Ace Jack in hearts. And partner responded one spade over our club opening bid, even though they enter with one diamond. They intervened over called one diamond. What's the choice of the panel here?
Well, the 12 out of 16 on the panel did 3-no trump. 48% of, almost 50% of the competition entrants got 4 out of 10 because they only with 3 clubs. So 3 clubs just isn't enough.
Right.
The hand's too good for 3 clubs.
Correct.
Partner's got to pass 3-no trump, 3 clubs when you make game far too often.
The thing is that I think that jump to 3-no trump is not quite known by people. It shows a very good club suit.
Yeah, it shows a hand. It shows a hand too good for 3 clubs.
Exactly, and all suits are stopped except for partner suit. Normally.
Yeah. Well, we've sort of got a diamond stop. It's unlikely the hand with ace queen to 7 or something is going to leave the ace. And partner might have some diamond length because righty hasn't raised them. So
we expect to make some 8 clubs and the ace of hearts and the king of diamonds in the lead, at least if Warner holds a very weak hand. So that's the point of this hand, I suppose. And as I told you, I think it's not very common knowledge to jump to 3-no trump on such hands.
You don't need 3-no trump to show a balanced hand because there are no ranges. If you assume you bid 1-no trump with 12-14, you open 1-no trump with 15-17, and you rebid 2-no trump with 18-19, and then you open 2-no trump with 20-21. So what does 3-no trump show?
Exactly.
That's one of the things about this sort of column is that people find out that that's what 3-no trump shows, is that sort of hand.
Same as in the next one, because when I just jumped to 6 spades, but it's clear that, or it should be clear that the 5 hearts bid here, it's like you're not sure whether to continue to 6 or not. So it's like the famous last train.
Yeah, it is a last train. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Yeah. I mean, that's the only bid you have. Unless you play, a couple of the panelists thought pass should be forcing, but you haven't established a game forcing auction.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of top pairs play vulnerable against not. If the auction goes, say, 3 clubs from the opponents and partner overcalls at the 3 level or doubles, and they jump to 5 clubs, then passes forcing at that vulnerability only.
Yeah, I could read that in the comments, and it's like a forcing pass based on vulnerability.
So that's the sort of thing that for a regular partnership to establish.
True.
And this was the only hand this month that didn't get an overall majority from the panel, but we had the biggest group on the panel all bid 5 hearts, because essentially what that's saying is it's consulting partner and whether you could, because partner's 3 spade bid is under pressure. He's going to bid 3 spades on almost any hand with 4 spades, even a real minimum that would have just bid 2 spades, because he's got to show the spade support.
Of course.
It's a slam try. It says, do you have any extras, or are you minimum? Or so that when he is completely minimum, he can bid 5 spades, and when he has a bit of extras, he can bid 6. If you look at the results of the competitors, whilst you had the majority of the panel consulting partner, you had 20%, 21% of the competitors bidding 6 spades and 47% bidding 5 spades. I.e., they were making the decision.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really the biggest lesson to come out of this hand, is that you don't really know. So this is a hand on which you want to try and get some help from partner. It's a guess for you whether you bid 5 spades or 6 spades. Whereas if you can bid 5 hearts and sort of allow partner to help with the decision, it may be obvious from his hand because he's got some complete minimum or he's got some extra values.
As an aside, do you think it's like an obligation to support spades even with a very weak hand here? By opener.
Yeah, I think you have to. I think you have to if you've got 4. Now, what happened? The result of that is, of course, if you've got a full value 3 spade bid, you've more or less got a bid 4. I mean, the general principle is that you should be prepared to allow the opposition to push you 1 level higher, but not 2 levels higher.
Well, then let's jump to the first hand of this month, where partner opened. We have 10 card points. They preempted.
Yeah, I think this is the most difficult hand of this month as well.
All right. Yeah, and we're vulnerable. They are not vulnerable, and we have 4 spades, 2 aces, diamond, queen, only 2 cards in hearts.
The problem is, I mean, this illustrates another problem, is that when partner opens and they bid, when you've got some values, you want to show them straight away. Unfortunately, the 2 spade bid, you have no sensible bid over 2 spades.
Definitely.
2 spades has completely stuffed you, so you had to pass. But this is the sort of problem that you end up with.
Yeah.
Having passed, is that when partner shows some sign of life, you don't know what to do. So, what do you think of the possibilities here?
Well, I think you could pass. You could be 3-no trump. You could be 5 clubs maybe, and even 4 spades could be a possibility.
Yeah, those are the 4 bids that I've got votes for from the panel so far. I mean, I don't particularly like 4 spades because it's hard to see how partner's going to tell when to bid 6 clubs and when, how you're going to get to 6 clubs if that's right. I don't know. I mean, yeah. I don't see that that's going to help that much. So of the 4 bids, I'm not that keen on 4 spades. And as I say, I've got just as many votes for that as I have for anything else yet at the moment. And it may end up being the most popular bid on the panel. My inclination is to bid 3-no trump or pass. Yeah. Because the problem with 5 clubs is partner's going to double on any sort of 5-4-3-1. So there's no guarantee he's got 4 clubs. True. It may be a 5-3 fit. Yeah. With your clubs not being very good, you don't really want to be roughing spade losers. Let's say he's got king, queen, X clubs. You don't really want to be roughing
with king, queen, yeah.
With king, queen, X clubs. So if he's got 4 clubs, you probably belong in 5 clubs. But the odds are surely that he's got 4 hearts and 5 diamonds and 3 clubs than the other way around when you've got 5-2. But it is a bit of a guess. As to between 3-no trump and pass.
Well, clearly we're vulnerable, so 3-no trump looks better.
Well,
no.
Well, it depends.
Do you think we can get 800?
No, but are we going to make 3-no trump? Don't forget, we've only got 1 spade style. Partner's going to have a singleton spade.
Yeah.
So we're going to need to. The advantage of ace to 4 is we can shut the long spade suit out. So let's say partner has a hand where we're missing the ace of diamonds, let's say. We'll still be okay as long as the ace of diamonds is with the short spades.
Sure.
Because we can duck a couple of rounds of spades with that holding.
Yeah.
So, 3-no trump may well be okay.
Yeah.
Even if we do only have 1 spade stop.
Okay.
Yeah,
but it's not clear, obviously.
Right, the guy may have queen jack to 6 spades and the ace of diamonds, in which case 3-no trump will be going down.
Well, let's move on to hand number 2. Here
Well,
we.
this is another one with where the panel are all, the answers I've got in already are pretty widely split.
Yeah, well, we have Michael's from partner, and they showed spade support, and we have support for hearts and for the minor. Well, we don't have many honor card points, only two high card points, which are two jacks actually.
And we're vulnerable against not.
Exactly, and we're vulnerable against not. So are we preempting them? Are we attacking? It's hard to tell because if we believe partner has a strong hand, our hand could be enough for game. So I suppose the choices here would be three hearts, four hearts. Mm, I guess those. I don't think asking for the minor is a good idea.
Well, the bids I've got support for so far are 3 hearts, 4 hearts, 5 hearts, and 4 no drum.
Five hearts.
I think 5 hearts is the right bid personally.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, you know, we'll let them bid 4 no trump or let them bid. But it depends on how aggressive you want to be.
Yeah.
I mean, as it happened, the hand, both sides could make 12 tricks, but you had to save in 7 hearts over 6 spades.
Wow.
At red.
That's
But,
very hard to get.
well, partner's hand was too small, king jack to 6, void, ace king queen to 5.
Wow, what a nice hand.
And they could get the ace of hearts against
6 hearts or
6
7
hearts, and you could get the ace of clubs against 6 spades. And I mean, there were 2 or 3 tables. This was from the Bermuda Bowl. There were 2 or 3 tables where North South scored 1280 and 6 spades doubled, and East West scored 1680 and 6 hearts doubled. 24 in swing or whatever it was.
Wow.
So it was an enormous board in some matches.
Yeah, definitely.
I think there was only one table out of the 24 in Bermuda Bowl where East West actually did find the save at 7 level.
Wow, but even saving it's a great view. I mean, they took a view and it was right to save. Amazing, because at these
Well, I
colors
think if you
at
bid
that
5
level.
hearts, partner's going to bid at least 6.
All right, let's move on to number 3. I guess we can have an easier hand here.
Yeah, there's really only 3 sensible options, I think.
Yeah, so I suppose you could be the 3 diamonds, 3 hearts, and 5 diamonds. I don't know.
Yeah, well, 3 diamonds isn't very sensible.
It's too little. So three
Yeah.
hearts, 4 diamonds, and 5 diamonds.
Well, I think 3 hearts, 4 hearts, and 5 diamonds.
Okay, 4 hearts as a splinter, I guess.
Yeah. You will get people bidding 3 diamonds and 4 diamonds from amongst the competitors, but they're not going to score very well, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll get a lot of support from the panel.
Yeah, definitely. It's too little. Yeah, I like 4 hearts because I mean we're in 5 diamonds already, but it gives another piece of information which partner might find.
And actually, that was the key, though, was that if you just bid 5 diamonds, the opponent's had a heart, and partner with his singleton club had time to lead a club towards your king and dispose of his spade loser. If you bid 4 hearts, you warn them about that you had a stiff heart and they led a spade. A big 5 diamonds. So at the table, 5 diamonds was the winning bid and 4 hearts was the losing bid. But you know, if it's a slam hand, then 4 hearts is probably the right bid.
Let's move on to number 4.
Yeah.
2 diamonds is weak.
This one's going to be a nightmare to mark, I know, because unfortunately the panel don't seem to understand Lebensol.
I think I want to be in 4 spades.
Right, that's obviously one option is 4 spades. So the next question is, if you don't think you're quite worth 4 spades, how do you invite in spades?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure about how Leventhal would work here because I can beat two hearts and two spades to show a very weak hand. And
Right.
so if I want to invite, shall I be just three spades or do I have to go
That,
through
that's
them?
that's forcing. Right. That's forcing.
Mm,
That's stronger than four spades.
mm,
So with if you want to invite, you bid two no trump and then three
and then,
spades
all right,
next.
all right,
Unfortunately, I've already got panelists inviting with three spades.
okay,
So if three spades turns out to be the top scoring mark, I'll give the same mark to two no trump because clearly that's the right bid to
okay,
say what people want to say.
of course.
Now it's possible. It's possible that four spades will just be the winning bid.
Okay.
Now at the table, the person who had the hand with three diamonds and his partner with six hearts,
Whoa.
which was cold.
Oh, wow.
Partner had something like ace queen x six solid, ace queen x singleton, or ace queen to four void. I don't remember which. I think he had ace queen to four void actually. So your two red suit jacks were enormous.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't think three diamonds is right because that suggests support for both majors. I would have thought.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know how the voting's going to turn out for this. Three spades, four spades are obviously options. Two no trump is obviously another option. I don't know what else other people are going to come up with.
Number five, we were shown three card support for our seven card spade suit by our one club opening partner. They got to three hearts, and we have three hearts. They doubled our spade, showing the reds, I suppose, but
Yeah.
without high card points, I suppose.
What do you need from partner though? That's the question.
Yeah, I think you need a singleton heart and
Two aces and a king of spades.
yeah.
11 count, which is what he had. Yeah,
And
king to three singles, king to three singles, and ace to four, ace to five.
how do you find out about what you need? I mean, do you beat four hearts?
Well, I think four diamonds is right, and then you see if he can cube in a singleton heart. That's the start.
Mm,
And then you just say, well, if he bids four hearts over four diamonds, then you have to decide what to do next.
great. Yeah.
You might just blackwood, I suppose. But I think what may happen is the panel will be split between those who bid four spades and those who bid four clubs, four diamonds, and four hearts. So that the four spade bidders end up being the majority because those making a slam try
Are
are split.
scattered around.
But for me, four diamonds is clearly the right bid,
Mm,
but we'll see how much support it gets.
yeah.
I don't think four spades is enough on this hand.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
it's very very close to having
Once the hand bids three hearts, the chances of partner having a singleton heart are pretty high.
definitely.
If you assume right hand opponent's got five and left hand opponent's already shown four, very possible partner's got a stiff heart.
Right. Hand number six. Wow. We showed our spades. Our partner's opening. Partner showed three card support, and they are inviting after having passed, and they supported their clubs. So we have an 8 card fit in spades. We might have a 9 card fit in hearts, and we probably also have a fit in diamonds.
But the point is, partner's only shown a minimum opening bid so far. The question is, are we worth a game try?
Yeah, because our hand is not. It's also not so great either. I mean, we have only queen, ace, and jack.
Although, well, it depends on if we think it's a 30-point pack or not.
It's three hearts, forcing showing. Well, I'm a past hand, so I cannot have
Yeah,
too much either.
three hearts is a game try. I mean, if partner's got four, he'll probably raise.
I guess we can pass. We can bid four clubs, maybe.
Well, no, that's too much.
Too
That's
much.
definitely too much. You either pass, you bid three spades, or you bid three hearts, I think. Or you bid three diamonds, I suppose. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. But it's probably some sort of game try as well. Three diamonds or three hearts would be a game try. Three spades would be just competing.
All right, then number 7, three clubs, three no trump, and partner doubled, and we have
We
king.
have a remarkably good hand.
Yeah, 12 honor points and a 4-3-3-3. Should we sit? They are going to be the 4 clubs or 5 clubs if we pass, and then we're gonna be at a loss of things to do. So I guess we could preempt that by saying by beating, I don't know, 4 clubs.
There are various possibilities. See, if you just had 4-4 on the majors and a 7 or 8 count, you would bid 4 clubs to say the partner pick a major.
Yeah.
So the problem with bidding 4 clubs is that when he bids 4 hearts, you still don't know what to do. I mean, 4 clubs is obviously a possibility. 4 hearts is another possibility, but it doesn't seem like enough. Pass is the other possibility. And in fact, if you pass, partner bids, the next hand runs to 4 clubs and partner bids 4 hearts. Well, I think now you probably bid six hearts. You might bid 5 clubs to ask him if he's got a club control, but surely you know he's got a club control. Partner had ace jack to 4, king, queen, jack to 5, ace to 3, singleton.
Oh.
Problem is you would bid 4 hearts and a lot less.
Yeah, exactly. And the final hand number.
The last one, I think, the last one is probably the only easy one of the month.
We have 16 high card points. They open with 2 spades. We have a double stopper and 6 diamonds, which are like 6 tricks. And I guess the options would be 2 no trump. Maybe someone is going to beat 3 no trump, and 3 diamonds, which is very little, I guess. Do you see anything else?
Yeah. No, those are the only options. And I expect a big majority from the panel.
Do you think 3 no trump is going to be chosen too? Because 3 no trump, I think, should show quite a lot more of high card points.
Well,
We only have tricks.
Yeah, I think that's tricks. I think most people will bid 3 no trump. I mean, all the tables I watched in the Bermuda, they bid 3 no trump. Partner had the ace of clubs.
All right.
Unfortunately, left-hand opponent had 5 solid hearts to cash. And even though partner's got 5 card diamonds support, you can't make 5 diamonds either because you've got 2 hearts and a club to lose. Yeah, it was almost universal around the room, 3 no trump double -1. I mean, the problem is if you bid 2 no trump or 3 diamonds, partner's got the ace of clubs and jack to 4 hearts, he's going to pass.
Yeah.
You've just got 9 top tricks.
Yeah.
There's too many hands where partner's just going to pass if you do anything less. Their game is easy.
But do you think 3 no trump can be also beat on a very strong hand like 22 honor card points or something like that? Or is it better to double then?
Well, it depends on the shape, because let's say you had 2 small hearts. You can't afford to double 2 spades first because you can't afford partner to bid 4 hearts.
Yeah. Well, Mark, thank you. Thank you so much.
Indeed.
And that was it. I hope you liked the video. Remember to leave a like on YouTube, to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and share the content with your partners. See you.